we have very real issues with what is permissible on air. And we saw that with January 6th. Mm-hmm. And we saw that in the lead up to January 6th, and how we navigate questions, not just of freedom of speech, but also accountability for incitement of violence. And
do you think media organizations or social media platforms should be accountable for the role for being platforms for incitement?
When you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very, very clearly incitement of violence. Very clearly incitement of violence. And that is the line that I think we have to be willing to contend with.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Tucker Carlson is about to be a very, very wealthy man. He is already worth an inordinate amount of cash, but being fired by Fox News, and to me, it's based on all the details now that we have, it was pretty clear that he was fired in relation to, at least indirectly, to the Dominion lawsuit that came out. He's about to give Joe Rogan a run for his money, almost certainly, maybe even quite easily, with a chance to overtake him, because he is, quite frankly, one of the most popular people in news, maybe the most popular person in news in current year. Now, if you saw my first video today, I talked about the initial breaking news that Tucker and Fox News had parted ways, except now it's pretty clear. We now know the real reason why he was gone, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the people that have left behind, have left with him as new information develops. Make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe down below. Once we got a statement from Tucker, I assume we're going to have that later today. I'll cover that as well. Huge shout out to everyone who is checking out the Publica, by the way, which is, you know, my news outlet, independently run and operated with other YouTubers. We have long-form documentaries, opinion pieces, editorial, breaking news. We have a bunch of new podcasts, which will be in video and audio format, launching in May. I'm doing a membership drive, basically trying to hit 15% by the end of the day. There's a link in the description to the goals page. This is what I want you to read about what we're going to do. I also want you to check out the site, see the things that we're already doing, so you know that we're serious. And if you want to support independent, unbiased media, not corporate owned, not taking money from pharmaceutical companies, but working independently, we have a members only Discord. We'll have certain members only content as well, but we'll have a ton that's also free. Please consider joining as a member. Promo code The Quartering. It's tough out there. I know everyone's got their hand out. Daily Wire is doing a big membership drive right now. Obviously, Tim's got a big website, and Lotus Eaters. I understand. The economy's not as great as it was, but it's time to, stand out on our own and get off of YouTube and build our own thing. And I hope that you'll take just a few minutes. Promo code The Quartering will get you half off this month. Breaking: Tucker Carlson's senior executive producer, Justin Wells, has followed Tucker and left Fox News. Tucker's not done, folks. You see, Tucker Carlson's executive producer has left Fox News. This is all part of the Tucker's revenge, by the way. We've got several things to talk about here. Tucker Carlson has left Fox News, the network that made him a right-wing political and media juggernaut, a move that shook both cable television and Republican politics on Monday. Carlson has been the most powerful figure at the network and perhaps in the party, the top-rated figure in news and oft-mentioned political candidate for president of the United States. But he's also an employee of the Murdoch family business, which is reeling from an embarrassing, expensive defamation lawsuit and facing more legal action. Carl's executive producer, Justin Wells, is also out at the network, according to two people familiar with the situation. The network said that Monday that they had, quote, agreed to part ways, with Carlson's final show airing Friday. It doesn't seem, quite honestly, that they had agreed to part ways. Some people think it was a part of the Dominion lawsuit. I could absolutely see that. He just cost him $1 billion, indirectly, part of Fox's own reporting, I suppose. It could be a wide variety of other things, but now there's some more information coming out saying that Rupert Murdoch himself pushed him out. So this wasn't Tucker Carlson just leaving. This looks like the real reason why he's gone. By the way, if you enjoyed my video, all I ever ask is you leave a like on it and you subscribe down below. Network announced, they parted ways. A Fox News representative had no other details on Carlson's exit. People familiar with the situation who were not authorized to comment publicly said the decision to fire Carlson came straight from Fox Corp. So he was fired for sure. Chairman Rupert Murdoch. Carlson's exit is related to the discrimination lawsuit filed by Abby Grossberg, the producer fired by the network last month. So this isn't even necessarily. This says the Carlson's exit is related to the discrimination lawsuit filed by Abby Grossberg last month, and there was a producer that was fired. Murdoch is also said to have been concerned over Carlson's coverage of J6 Interaction, in which the host had promoted the conspiracy theory that was provoked by government agents. Carlson has called Ray Epps, a Texas man who participated in the day but did not enter, as a plant without presenting any evidence. Certainly lots of people believe there's something suspicious about Ray Epps. I also think it's also suspicious how the media is working so hard to cover for the guy when they've given every other person there that day one of the worst possible bad faith coverages imaginable. The decision, however, is not related to the $800 million settlement that Fox News agreed to pay Dominion Voting last week, according to a representative for Dominion. However, some of the comments that Carlson have made about management and communications turned up in the discovery process for the case may have also played a role in Carlson's demise. Dominion accused Fox of knowingly making false statements about the 2020 election. Grossberg was moved off Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo and onto Tucker Carlson Tonight, where she said she was bullied and subjected to anti-Semitic remarks in a lawsuit she filed in New York. Carlson was by far and away the most popular individual to host Fox News, averaging more than 3 million viewers a night, but also brought controversy to the network on a regular basis with his provocative views. Well, these two things are kind of related, aren't they? Now, this goes back to this lawsuit. Fired Fox News producer said she was coerced into giving misleading testimony. Now, of course, her suit claims she was bullied and subjected to various remarks while working as head of booking for Fox News program Tucker Carlson. An amended lawsuit, which changes a number of answers she provided in the deposition testimony she gave last year, was filed Monday. Grossberg had been moved to the role as head of booking on Tucker Carlson Tonight last year after working as senior booking producer for Sunday Morning Futures, the weekly show hosted by Maria Bartiromo. I mean, is it related? Does Fox think there's something here? Does Fox think now they're going to lose this lawsuit? Certainly, they are losing today. They've lost nearly $1 billion in market cap, according to some reporting. It has not recovered from its initial dip. You see, Fox Corporation sheds $962 million in market value after announcing Tucker Carlson is leaving the network. Fox News fell as much as 5% Monday and erased nearly $1 billion in market value after it was announced that Fox News Media parted ways. Class A shares of the media company recovered slightly and were trading at $32.65, but still down 3% as of 1:32 p.m. Eastern. I mean, this is some drop. The company said it will fill the 8 p.m. hour with a rotation of Fox News personalities. Well, no one's watching that, right? Nobody's watching that. And if you look, Tucker already obviously had a huge social media impact, presence, and wherever he goes, he's going to be fine. That's why you should back the public up, because we need it more. But I got mad love for Tucker. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's basically the only entertaining person in news, at least mainstream news. You look at, Tucker, massive social media following, has, I don't know what does it say, 6 million followers. Today, he's already gained, he averages, 4,000? He's gained 9,000, but if we go to the live count, it's at 671 already. So it's up, he's gained, he's at 6,720,000. So, he's gained 54,000 followers already today, 10 times the limit, and it's only 2 o'clock. Most people who work 9 to 5 probably don't even know about this yet. I suspect many Americans or many people around the world who watch Tucker Carlson will find out for the very first time tonight when they put on the show and it's not there. Quite frankly, that's how it looks to me. He'll probably gain 100, 200, 300,000 followers this week alone, given that he was fired on Monday, which means he's going to be in the news cycle all week long. There'll be he probably won't say anything till later tonight. I don't know. But again, make sure you have notifications on, because as soon as he does, I'll cover it. His channel, I've been watching his Twitter feed, obviously, very closely. If he says anything today, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I suppose he might not say anything until he has a new home to where he could tell people to go look. A lot of people are talking about Rumble. I don't know. He's almost too big for Rumble. That would be, if you're like a fan of alt tech, I've always said, like, I don't want Rumble to be a conservative YouTube. I want it to be a true competitor to YouTube. But if that's what it must be, then that's what it must be, I suppose. Taking Tucker's 3 million nightly viewers to Rumble, that would be, between Tucker and Louder with Crowder going there and Daily Wire producing their content more. The Publica, we've partnered with them. I know we're small, but we're committed to using basically exclusively Rumble. You could start talking about, Tucker putting out a live show on Rumble would be like a tide that would massively raise all boats. I talk about a lot about the Crowder effect, where my views on YouTube, especially about like adjacent political issues, definitely are down, but they're up on Rumble. So you get a guy like Tucker going on there with a nightly show. You're going to have a lot of people migrating over there. You're going to get a ton of exposure for Rumble. I don't know if they have the money to do it, but they did at one time make I think, good faith offer to Joe Rogan, $100 million offer to Joe Rogan to come to their platform. You get Tucker, maybe Joe's contract's up earlier this year. That could be pretty spicy. Even Tucker, if Rumble could work something with Tucker, that would be amazing. I think it's probably at the Spotify level, maybe. But maybe Tucker, I don't know if he's aware of Rumble, if he's, I'm assuming he's covered it, assuming he knows what's going on. Obviously, I'm being selfish, thinking like, well, that would be good for the Publica if he went there. But it's going to be interesting to see this. I don't think, you think the Bud Light boycott was bad? Just wait till this happens. This is going to be astronomical. So stay tuned here, and I'll continue to cover it. If you haven't yet, please consider at least checking out the Publica's goals. It's a news website owned by myself and Sydney Watson, and we work with other people, Lauren Southern, Anna Slatz. We have Savannah Hernandez doing field reporting for us. We've got half dozen writers, journalists, real journalists, not news readers, writing pieces for us. And we could use your support. If you are open to it, please consider joining as a member today. We're trying to hit 15% of our member goal today. We're pretty close, and with your help, we'll get there. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.